Oh boy, here we go. This video is something that everybody's been asking me to do, so here it is. I am Crazything, the airbrush guy. I stream a lot on social media while I'm airbrushing, and people are asking me a lot of questions. So I'm going to try to answer a lot of those questions in this video. So if you're an airbrush artist or you know somebody that is, give them this video, watch this video. I'm going to try to help you out with a lot of the problems that you've been having and a lot of the questions you've been asking. Now, with that being said, I'm going to tell you and explain to you how I do it. That may not be the right way. It may not work for you. So I'm going to throw that out there real quick. I'm going to tell you how I do it. That's not necessarily the right way, okay? Because everybody loves to come at me and say, well, this is the way I do it, and this is the right way. This is the wrong way. There is no right way. Just have fun with it. Now, let's start with air. It's an airbrush. So if you don't already know, you probably don't want to watch this video anyway. Air is what feeds your airbrush gun. Everybody gets caught up on what air compressor do you use. Personally, in the shop, I have a 60-gallon DeWalt air compressor. It's massive. I can't even show it to you because it's over in the corner and I'm not going to move the camera that much. But it's a massive, massive air compressor. But it doesn't have to be like that. You can use a little one too. You just need a consistent 25 to 30 psi. Now what that means is when you start spraying, it shouldn't drop way down. It needs to be able to keep up. So you need a consistent 25 to 30 psi. Does that make sense? I hope so. Now, I'm going to clean out my airbrush gun and show you how to do that. So first I'm going to explain something to you. What I use, why, things like that. I use, every day, the Iwata Eclipse. Now, I am actually an affiliate with Gallery Airbrush Guns. They make some really awesome guns. I've done videos on their guns and showed you all the different things and the different ones they've sent me. And these are awesome. I've used them. They're really cool. And there's a link in this video where you can actually use promo code Crazythingart and get 10% off if you use these, if you purchase one. So use that link. There's also a spray gunner link. I'm affiliate with them guys as well. They are awesome and they have all the things you need. So, oh, there's people coming in the chat. How you doing, guys? Now, if you use the spray gunner link, that will also help you out. They've got everything you need. Go check them out. I think everything I'm talking about in this video, they'll have it. Now, some credentials. Let's see if I can show you that I know what I'm talking about. I airbrush all this stuff you see behind me, and I use the Iwata Eclipse to do all of it. And that's not all. I use the same one to do that. And even a dime. Look how small that dime is. It won't quite pick up on camera all the details. But guys, I do all that with the Iwata Eclipse. This guy here, I challenge you, this one has about 30 skulls on this little guy. Now, that is a pool ball, a retired pool ball, guys. Lots and lots and lots of skulls all the way around it. So yeah, something cool. I had to show you that, you know, maybe you think I know what I'm doing. Maybe not. So, let me show you what I use. I use Createx paint. You can get that Createx paint through Spray Gunner, like I told you. Createx opaque. There's just some numbers if you need to pause the video and check out some numbers. Now, I don't use just straight paint. I do reduce it. So once you got your air under control, I do reduce the paint. But let me tell you something. I want to give you a hint, a trick that I haven't really heard anybody else use. But if you are brand new at airbrushing, I'm going to give you a little secret. Open up your box, get it out. Now, put water in it. Practice with water. By doing that, you eliminate all your paint problems. So if you're really, really new and you're just learning and just trying out, pour some water in there, try it out, see how it does, and it'll show you all the little muscle memory, using your finger and the trigger, the air control, all that stuff. And you won't have to worry about, is your paint right? What paint did I use? All that good stuff. So please, that is probably the most helpful hint that I could give anybody just starting out, is use water, practice with water, and it'll amaze you at how much problems you eliminate. Now, where's my reducer? Right here. My reducer. I don't use anything else other than Createx paint and 4011 reducer. That's it. I used to use 4012. They stopped making it, so I had no choice but to go to the 4011. I don't use anything else. I don't need anything else. I've already showed you what I can do and what I can airbrush and how big and how small and all that stuff, and I do it with those two things. That's all I put in there. I don't like having disgusting stuff in my airbrush gun. Now, it's time to clean it out. That's what a lot of people have issues with. If your airbrush gun is not clean, like this one, and you start having problems, it's because it's not clean enough. I'm going to pour out the excess. You can use a bucket, towels, whatever you got to get rid of your excess paint. I'm going to wipe off the lid real quick. So all I'm going to do is just wipe off the lid real quick. I'm going to try to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. Now, what most people will tell you to do is fill it full of water, spray it out, or fill it full of cleaner and spray it out. I don't use cleaner. Nope. I take a bottle and I mark it with water. Okay? That is marked with water. That's all you need. If you're not feeling, this is acrylic-based paint, so as long as you're using acrylic-based paint, you're not putting a lot of garbage and different chemicals and stuff in there. Why would you need anything else? Seriously. Why would you need to clean it out with all these fancy cleaners? And I know people suggest Windex or alcohol or mineral spirits or blah, blah, blah. No, not me. I don't put anything like that in my airbrush gun, because this airbrush gun, this is my career. This is my passion. I'm not pouring all kinds of nasty chemicals down it. I'm going to use water. And people's like, man, you're crazy. Yeah, I know. You don't need all that craziness. Keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple. So I poured water in it. I'm going to stir it up. And I'm just going to wipe out again. I have clean rags all over the place. So use those clean rags. Now, look at it. The cup is clean, all shiny. No, you're not done. I'm going to spray it out. And a lot of places, a lot of companies, and a lot of people will have you spray this out and say that you're done. No, that's not all you do. Now guys, if you have any more questions that I don't address on this video, comment, let me know. Now, come a little closer, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. I'm not going to bite unless you want me to. All right, now, here's what we do. We got it most of the way cleaned out. You're going to take the back of the airbrush gun off. I've already got the cap off. And I'm going to carefully loosen the chuck and pull the needle out nice and straight. And I'm going to clean that needle off. You can use a clean rag. You got to be extra, extra careful with that needle. I know. Careful, careful, careful. Set that down carefully. I'm going to go ahead and spray it out again with the needle not in it to get some of that bulk material out, because I promise you, there's still paint left in there. And that's where people make their mistake. Look, I've sprayed it out several times. There is still paint inside that airbrush. And that's usually the biggest problem people have, is it's not clean enough. They don't know how, or they don't want to know how, or they don't take it apart well enough, or they're scared to take it apart or whatever. So make sure that needle is safe. Most places will tell you not to mess with it, don't touch it, on and on and on. Come on, guys. Take that dude apart. All right, now inside here, it's all clean, it looks great. You're going to take this off. You should do this above a table. Don't do it like I'm doing where I'm showing the camera. Do it above a table so if anything falls, you'll be able to find it. It's hard to do for the camera. But now when you take this apart, the nozzle is still inside there. Okay, that will fall if you're not careful. Now, I'm going to put that in the lid itself, is what I do. So I put it in the lid. You see the lid right there? And I fill that full of water. Get you an Airbrush cleaning kit. So you can tell these are well used. Oh yeah, well used, because I clean out my airbrush guns every day. This is my career. This is what I do for a living. So I'm going to run the airbrush. You don't have to force it. Don't ever force it. It should go in nice and easy to clean it all out. There should never be any paint back in here as long as your seals are good. And your seals will remain good provided you don't do anything silly or put all those crazy chemicals in your airbrush gun like people do. There is no tips and magic tricks like, you know, put a bottle of this in there and everything's fixed. That's not the case. It takes practice, practice, practice. And like I said, if you're brand new, practice with water. You ain't got to worry about all this. You ain't even got to worry about cleaning it out when you're done because you've done it with water. Now, I'm going to set this over here. It's clean. It's good. Now I just got to clean out the nozzle. This, to me, is the heart of the airbrush gun. I don't want to drop it, so I'm going to try my best to show it to you. That is the heart of the airbrush gun. So you're going to nice and easy put the brushes in there and clean it out. Never force it. Whatever size fits, place it in there, clean it out. Now, me personally, I have a couple extra needles that I will use. Let me find them. I put tape on the back side of it so I know it's my extra. And I nice and easily will set that in there like that. I'll spray it out. I can even give it a visual. Being careful not to drop it, guys, because again, do this over the table when you're not on camera. I'm going to put it back in there. Use it finger tight. You should never, like, you shouldn't do that. No, finger tight. So you don't mess up your seals. Now, the hardest part. I use a finger as a guide. Make sure it's nice and straight. You don't bump the end of that needle. Give it a little tappy, tap like that. That's it. You're done. Now, what did I clean it out with? Water. That's it. Look. It's not leaking. Boom! Look at that. Boom! Look at that. How long did that take? 5 minutes. Put my lid back on. Put my needle cap back on. That protects it. Put that back on. Put that back on. You know, if you need to rewind it, do that. Whatever it takes. That's it, guys. That's it. It's that simple. Now, what questions do you have for me? I don't know. What ratio do you actually use the reducer with? Start out about 50-50 and go from there. It needs to be the consistency of milk. If you do that, it'll run good for you. Now, again, if you have any other questions, put them in the comments below. If this was helpful, if this video helps you at all, I need to know that. Please put it in the comments below so I know you were here and I know it was helpful and I can tell people, hey, go check it out. Go to my YouTube page. Go look. If you want to see more of my work, Google search Crazythingart. You'll see that I'm absolutely everywhere. Thank you so much for your time. I hope it helps somebody. I made this video. Maybe it'll help one person. Maybe it'll help 10 people. I don't know. Just my advice, and I'm sure I forgot a few things. Let me know what I forgot. That's all it takes. And maybe I'll see you in the next one.